Welcome to this week's vlog. I know that many of you out there want to know how you can be involved with the campaign and what's going to happen next. It's really important that you all recognise this isn't a sprint. It's a campaign which may have to run right the way through to spring unless the government do decide that they're going to change this awful family farm tax. The whole industry has written to government recommending that they pause and then come out for consultation so that they can really get to grips with the detailed analysis which is required to put a suitable proposal in place. The next steps in our campaign are a mass banner campaign starting the week of the 16th of December. These will be going up right the way across the United Kingdom, and they'll be available to order early in the new year for members to put all over the countryside to really raise the awareness of the importance of this, but also to try and help keep it in the national agenda. We also really need to target MPs. What was clear in the debate yesterday was that all opposition parties are against this tax. But it's also very clear that some Labour MPs were starting to put pressure onto Treasury, were raising concerns from the floor of the Parliament. We also saw many abstentions yesterday. What we don't know is whether they were genuine abstentions to really demonstrate that they're unhappy with this policy, or whether they had a reason not to be in Parliament yesterday. And we're trying to get to the bottom of that. But we need to target those Labour MPs that have farming in their constituency. We're going to try and arrange really small meetings with 3 or 4 farmers that are impacted by these changes, as well as an accountant or a solicitor that can talk through the legal implications and why it's much more difficult to plan than many are making out. And also the cost of that planning, that for many businesses, there'll be solicitors, there'll be life insurance, there'll be pension contributions. There'll also be an opportunity at LAMA to bring to life the wider impacts on the whole supply chain. We know what it's going to mean for farming, but there'll be businesses in the supply chain that are directly impacted. And then there'll be those that when we stop spending, when we stop investing, it will have an impact right the way through that supply chain. Now, it's also crucial during this period that we continue with the business as usual. And you'll all have seen the worrying noises coming out of DEFRA. David and I are trying to get a meeting with the Secretary of State and Daniel Zeichner, but I'm going to hand over to David for an update and then to Rachel for an update on water.
It has been a really busy week at the NFU, and we've been meeting hundreds of members all across the country at our annual meetings and hearing views on our next steps. And it's also about the job of influencing the people that work behind me in the Houses of Parliament on a range of issues. Countryside Stewardship and the ELMs programme, of course, is top of the list. The events of the last month, we are acutely aware, is leading to a real cash flow crisis for many of you, and none more so than our Uplands members. We are getting some clarity now, and we're holding a webinar on the 16th of December. You can hear the latest situation and also put forward your questions and comments. We're really aware that our focus now has to be on giving you confidence so that you can get on with the business of running your business.
So we spent a really interesting day at the Yorkshire and Humber Internal Drainage Board, who are actually the 3rd biggest consortium in the country. And yet again, it proves to me that this collaborative approach to getting water to where it needs to be is just so important, not just for our farmers, for our farmer members, but actually for the wider rural community. And let's not forget those towns which we're protecting all the time. So the day job continues every single day.
As office holders, we really value your involvement in this campaign so far. Government need to know that this will not go away. Please do arrange to meet with your MP. Get involved with the banner campaign. We'll see you at LAMA, and there'll be more to come after that. Thank you very much.